For 11 years, I was the reason Station K-47 didn't fall apart. That wasn't arrogance. It was logistics. If a reactor coil drifted out of tolerance at 3 in the morning, I knew which wrench to grab before the alarm finished screaming. If an alien freighter limped in with a cracked gravering and a crew that didn't speak Galactic standard, I knew who to call, what to reroute, and how much duct tape would hold until morning. If pirates probed our sensor net, I was already adjusting power curves before security noticed the blip. I was Chief Systems Technician Elias Moreno, human, civilian contracted, no rank insignia, no political allies, just a badge, a toolbox, and a station that worked because I did dot, or so I thought. Station Commander Threxel didn't even invite me to sit down. He stood behind his polished obsidian desk, all 4 arms folded in that smug Xanathy way that meant I have already decided. His frills were flared slightly, not in aggression, but in self-importance. The office windows behind him showed the slow spin of K-47 and the traffic lanes beyond ships coming and going, never realizing how close chaos always was. Chief Moreno Threxel said, using my title like it was an inconvenience, "Your services are no longer required." I blinked. "I'm sorry, Commander. I didn't quite catch that." He tapped his console. A contract termination notice appeared on the hollow between us. Clean, legal, brutal. "You have been adequate," Threxel continued. "But Station K-47 is expanding. We require innovation, fresh thinking, someone better suited to modern fleet standards. 11 years, no disciplinary marks, no failed inspections. Not even a warning, sir," I said carefully. The expansion protocols were designed around the existing power architecture. Replacing the chief tech mid-cycle, "We have already hired your replacement," Threxel interrupted. Senior Engineer Zelva graduated top of his brood from the Trellux Academy, fleet certified, properly ranked. There it was, not better, just shinier. "I'll need 2 weeks for handover," I said. "There are system quirks you won't find in the manuals." Threxel's frills rippled in amusement. Engineer Zelvar assured me that human improvisations are precisely the problem. He will correct them. I stared at him, searching for some hint this was a test. There wasn't. "You're dismissed," he said. Security escorted me out like I was a thief. My last walk through K-47 felt wrong. Every corridor had a memory. The junction where I once slept for 40 hours straight during a power cascade. The airlock where I talked a panicking Deskian pilot through a decompression seal while Fleet Command debated liability. The maintenance crawl space behind hydroponics where I hid a coffee machine that technically violated 6 trade regulations. No one met my eyes. By the time I reached my quarters, my access was already downgraded. Efficient, I packed light. Tools went back into their cases. Personal data slates synced and wiped. I paused at the station schematic pinned to my wall, hand-annotated, layered with years of fixes, bypasses, and quiet miracles. I left it behind, let them learn. I was halfway through arranging transport off-station when the first alarm sounded. Not the screaming kind, the subtle one. The kind only people who lived in systems heard. The harmonic shift in the station's background hum stopped. 3 seconds later, it happened again. Someone had touched the power distribution grid. I checked my wrist slate on instinct, then remembered. I no longer had clearance. "Not my problem," I muttered. I kept walking behind me. The hum wavered. The shuttle bay was loud with confusion. Docking lights flickered. A cargo hauler's grav clamps failed mid-cycle, slamming it into a guide rail. Crew shouted in half a dozen languages. A junior officer barked orders he didn't understand. Then the lights went out. Emergency lumens kicked in. Bathing everything in red dot, the station lurched. Someone screamed. I felt it in my bones. They'd rerouted power through the secondary ring without compensating for the microshear in section delta. I'd patched that a decade ago after a micrometeor incident. The fix wasn't pretty, but it worked if you respected it. They hadn't. The station shuddered again. Structural integrity dropped to 82%. Still not my problem. I boarded the shuttle. I was 3 minutes from launch when the fleet command channel cut through every frequency on the pad. This is fleet command priority. Alpha, station K-47. Respond immediately. The voice wasn't angry. It was worse. It was calm. The commander on the pad froze. The station answered, barely. This is Station Commander Threxel, came the reply. Strained. We are experiencing minor technical station, Commander. Fleet Command interrupted. Why did you terminate Chief Systems Technician Elias Moreno? Every head turned, including mine. Threxel hesitated. Then, defensively, Fleet Command. His contract was answer the question, Fleet Command said. Threxel swallowed. We found someone better. Silence, then Fleet Command spoke again. And now there was something sharp beneath the calm. Commander are you aware that Chief Moreno is the primary architect of K-47's adaptive stabilization matrix? Threxel's frills flattened. The what? The unofficial system that compensates for structural drift caused by your station's asymmetrical expansion. Fleet Command continued. The one not present in your schematics, because it evolved over 11 years of real-time human intervention. I slowly closed my eyes. Commander, Fleet Command, went on. Without that matrix actively managed, your station's failure probability exceeds 70%. The station shook again. Hard enough to knock someone off their feet. Threxel's voice cracked. Fleet Command, Engineer Zelvar, is addressing the issue. There was a pause. Then, Engineer Zelvar is currently unconscious after overloading a tertiary conduit. Another pause. Longer. Double quotes Commander Threxel. Fleet Command said, Where is Elias Moreno? Every eye turned to me. I raised my hand. This is Moreno, I said into the open channel. Fleet Command's reply was immediate. Thank the stars. Chief Moreno, this is Fleet Command. Are you willing and able to resume control of Station K-47's systems? I looked at Threxel. He couldn't meet my eyes. Under what authority? I asked. Fleet Command didn't hesitate. By authority of Fleet Operational Directive 7 Omega, effective immediately. You are reinstated as Acting Chief Systems Officer with full station override. My wrist slate chimed. Access restored, then expanded. I whistled softly. All right, I said. But I'm doing this my way. Fleet Command's voice softened. We were counting on it. I ran to the command deck. To maintenance, because the real heart of K-47 wasn't where the officers sat. It was where the cables ran warm and the bulkheads hummed like tired animals, jacked into the core. The diagnostics were a mess. Power loops fighting each other. Safety interlocks tripping because someone had cleaned up my redundancies. The station was tearing itself apart politely. Okay, I murmured. I've got you. I bypassed half the fleet-approved protocols in under 30 seconds. The station side. I rerouted power through the old human-built buffer, arrays scrapped on paper, immortal in practice. I reactivated the adaptive matrix, letting it stretch and flex like it always had. Structural integrity. Climbed .70-5.80.80-9. The shaking stopped. On the command deck, Frexel watched his station stabilize without understanding how. Fleet Command stayed silent, letting me work. Finally, when the numbers settled, they spoke. Chief Moreno, Fleet Command, said, "Status." "Station's fine," I replied. "Your expansion plan is trash, though I can fix it. But not if people keep optimizing things they don't understand." A pause. "Understood," Fleet Command said. "Commander Threxel, step away from the console." Threxel sputtered. "Fleet Command, step away." He did. Chief Moreno, Fleet Command continued. "Effective immediately, you are promoted to Station Systems Director. You will report directly to Fleet Engineering, bypassing local command." I blinked. "That's a lot of paperwork." There was a hint of amusement in Fleet Command's voice. "We'll handle it." I looked at Threxel one last time. He looked small now. "Anything else?" I asked. Fleet Command didn't miss a beat. "Yes. Next time someone tells you they've found someone better, make them prove it before they touch the station." I smiled. "Copy that. Later." After the crisis reports and medical teams and awkward apologies, I stood alone in maintenance again, listening to K-47's steady hum. It sounded right. 11 years, wasn't loyalty, it was expertise, and the fleet had finally remembered what humans were good at: not following perfect plans, but keeping imperfect worlds alive. Asterisk.